When we first encounter an image of a liminal space, be it a crowded, narrow corridor, an empty swimming pool, or a dimly lit, enclosed room, what strikes us most is not what we see, but what we feel. Liminal spaces, as a unique spatial aesthetic, have gained significant traction in contemporary visual culture, particularly across social media platforms, video games, and film. These images often provoke unease, tension, and a sense of dislocation. But beyond their visual allure, we must ask, why have liminal spaces become so prevalent in youth-centered digital culture? What social psychology underlies their widespread appeal? In the television series Severance, the maze-like corridors of Lumen Industries are a striking example. The white interiors convey an atmosphere of rigidity and uniformity, while the narrow, labyrinthine layout instills a growing sense of unease and confinement. The result is a psychologically oppressive spatial experience, echoing the dehumanizing, exploitative structures of corporate life and its rigid hierarchy. Similarly, in the indie horror game backrooms, the now iconic yellow corridors have come to symbolize the very concept of liminal space. Here, repetitive architectural patterns, dim fluorescent lighting, and an endless, orderly geometry come together to evoke a space that is tense, uncanny, and directionless, ideal for portraying an otherworldly, inescapable environment. A similar use of space can be seen in Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, 1980, where young Danny rides his tricycle through the Overlook Hotel's narrow, symmetrical hallways. The repetitive, sterile corridors, seemingly mundane, evoke a profound sense of dread. As the camera follows Danny's movement, the viewer becomes increasingly aware of the emptiness and isolation of the space, reinforcing a tension that is both spatial and psychological. In both cases, liminal space is used not only as a stylistic element, but also as a psychological landscape. It serves to externalize the internal states of the characters: alienation, uncertainty, and fear. This is closely linked to the principles of environmental psychology, which posits that human emotions and behavior are deeply influenced by the physical environments we inhabit. In other words, our experience of space is not neutral. It is psychologically constructed. So why are these unsettling, transitional spaces so popular, especially among younger generations on social media? The answer lies in the broader socioeconomic context. According to the latest report from the International Labor Organization, global job creation is projected to fall to 53 million by 2025, 7 million fewer than previously forecast. This signals a significant slowdown in employment growth and reflects the growing uncertainty many young people face in today's job market. In an age marked by economic instability, technological disruption, and eroding social safety nets, many individuals, especially youth, feel suspended between life stages, identities, and futures. Liminal space, then, functions as a visual metaphor for this psychological state. It appears familiar, yet belongs nowhere. It seems to have a path, yet leads in no clear direction. It mirrors the pervasive sense of being in between, not quite here, not yet there. For young people navigating an increasingly fragmented and uncertain world, liminal spaces resonate as a symbolic representation of their lived experience. In conclusion, the rise of liminal space aesthetics in contemporary digital culture is not merely a stylistic trend, but a profound reflection of the emotional and psychological realities of a generation in flux. Through the careful use of spatial design and architectural features, creators tap into a shared collective mood, one marked by ambiguity, displacement, and the search for meaning amid the unknown.